The stone carver's masterpiece. In a village nestled between hills and valleys, there lived a young man named Arjun. Arjun was a skilled stone carver, known for his talent in shaping rough stones into beautiful sculptures. His work was admired by all in the village, and people came from distant lands to see his creations. Despite his success, Arjun was not content. He always felt that something was missing from his work, a perfection he had yet to attain. He dreamed of carving a statue so flawless that it would be remembered for generations to come. One day, an elderly man came to the village. He was a renowned sculptor, known far and wide for his masterpieces. Hearing of his arrival, Arjun eagerly sought an opportunity to meet him. When the elderly sculptor arrived at Arjun's workshop, Arjun asked, "Master, I have heard of your greatness and I wish to learn from you. Can you teach me how to carve the perfect statue?" The elderly man looked at Arjun thoughtfully. "Perfection," he said, "is not something that can be taught in a day. It comes from within, from the patience and perseverance you have while working with your hands and heart. But I will teach you one important lesson." Arjun eagerly listened as the elderly sculptor continued. "I will give you a stone, and I want you to carve it into something beautiful. But remember, there is no rush. Take your time and allow the stone to reveal its true form to you. Don't force it." Arjun took the stone with great reverence and began to carve. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Arjun carved, chipped away, and polished the stone. But no matter how hard he tried, it never seemed right. The stone seemed unyielding, as though it refused to reveal the masterpiece Arjun had envisioned. Frustrated and tired, Arjun went back to the elderly sculptor. "Master, I have tried everything. I've spent months on this stone, but it refuses to take shape. I'm afraid I'll never carve the perfect statue," he said with a heavy heart. The elderly man listened quietly and then replied, "Arjun, perfection is not the stone's job, it is yours. You cannot force it to become something it is not. You must listen to the stone, understand its nature, and allow it to guide you. Only then can you create something truly beautiful." Arjun laughed, feeling both humbled and determined. He went back to his workshop and stood before the stone, now seeing it not as an obstacle but as a partner in his craft. With renewed patience, Arjun began once again, this time allowing the stone to shape itself under his careful hands. Days passed, and the stone slowly began to reveal its true form. It was not the perfect statue that Arjun had originally imagined, but it was something more, something full of life, character, and grace. The stone had guided Arjun, teaching him to let go of his obsession with perfection and embrace the beauty of imperfection. When the elderly sculptor visited again, Arjun proudly showed him his work. The old man smiled, his eyes filled with pride. You have learned the greatest lesson, Arjun. You see, perfection is not about achieving something flawless. It is about learning from the process, growing with it, and finding beauty in what we create, even if it is not what we initially imagined. Arjun stood there, a smile of crossing his face. He had finally understood that true mastery lay not in perfection, but in the wisdom to see beauty in every step of the journey. Moral of this story: true perfection is not about flawless execution, but about embracing the process and finding beauty in the imperfections. Patience and perseverance lead us to true mastery, and failure is simply a stepping stone on the way of growth.